Former Stars goalie Marty Turco in the open mic tonight. 9 seasons with the Stars, franchise leader in wins as a goaltender. One of the most popular and productive Stars ever. And you have a job of some kind now still as well, right?
Yeah.
Try to explain to me what that is.
Whatever they want me to do, Mike. This is what I do for the Stars. But we got amazing fans. We got an amazing organization. And just to be back around part of it's a lot of fun. Oh, by the way, they're in the playoffs and they're kicking butt right now. It's even that much more fun to be part of.
What's your title, though? Come on.
Director of Corporate Development. If you didn't know, it's what the card says. And it's fun. I get to do everything. The goalie clinics, get to hang out with our great fans in the suites. We've got an amazing building downtown, as you well know, and we've got a great product on the ice. But the whole organization is great from top to bottom.
Well, right now it looks great because they're up 2-0 heading to Minnesota. Teams that start a series 2-0 in the Stanley Cup playoffs almost never lose it. But what has impressed you most? We'll talk specifically about goaltending in a minute, but just in general, what impresses you about the way this team's handling itself right now? Well,
I think with the lack of experience in the postseason, you thought that might come to light a little bit. But the way we've gotten up, we've held our head above water. We've dominated the first game, but it was still 0-0. Found ways to put the puck in the net and then just go ahead and hold on to it. And I think that's been most impressive so far. The way the Minnesota Wild play, it's not the most exciting brand of hockey, but the way we like to put the puck in the net, we just keep that throttle down. And oh, by the way, as you mentioned, our goaltending has been pretty good as of late, but it's just our attitude, our relentlessness, but they're going to have to show just a little bit more going up to Minnesota.
And, you know, there were questions about the goaltending, obviously, coming into the playoffs. Everybody knew this team could score. There were worries about how it could defend. Questions about whether it would be Lettinen or Niemi, who's a much more experienced and successful postseason goaltender. But Kari's gotten the first 2 stops. Starts, I should say. He stopped just about everything. Have you been surprised by the way he's responded here in the postseason?
You know what, to be honest, Mike, no. We all know he's a world-class goaltender. His pedigree is just as good as anybody else's in the NHL in terms of talent. He hasn't done it in the playoff time, so we were all anxious. I'm sure he was the most. But the way he played in the first 2 games, I was thoroughly impressed. He just has got some poise that you've never seen at this time of the year before. I think that comes with maturity. It might come with somebody else looking over his shoulder too, but he's been playing this way for the last 5 weeks, and I think that's why he got the nod in Game 1 and is going to look like, at this moment, be carrying this ball for a long time. Certainly things can change relatively quick, but I don't expect him to, the way he's moving. And getting on the road sometimes makes it easier, but sometimes can make it a little more difficult when a place that hates you all the same.
Yeah, what is the strategy if you're Lindy Ruff? I mean, is it fairly simple when it comes to how he handles his goaltenders now?
I think so. It's almost been like that to the whole season. It's win or lose. I think they did have a game plan going in if all things were being equal, but things never are, and they're like, this guy's playing too good. Ante hasn't played much, hasn't played particularly great down the stretch. So it was given in my books that Kari would get the nod, and man, he sure responded great.
And he goes until he struggles, apparently. Tyler Seguin returned last night back from that Achilles injury. Clearly showed some rust, which is understandable. What did you think of his time on the ice last night?
Yeah, it does. You know, anytime you have an injury and you don't play and you can't get on the ice and touch the puck, even as world-class athlete, hockey player that Tyler is, seemingly like something else is bugging him, and never mind just a little bit of rust. I think maybe something else kind of hampered him last night. I think that's kind of why coach was ambiguous and vague about the current situation of Tyler, but I don't think he's going to be playing for just the foreseeable future, but hopefully he can get healthy and we can go on quite a run where we can get back in there. We're going to need a guy like that, his talent, to go ahead and win championships with guys like that. So right now we're fine, but it's always better when he's in the lineup.
So in other words, they're in a situation where, again, not to take anything for granted, they can probably afford to be without him for the rest of this series, and then maybe they go on from there.
Well, as of now, yeah, it looks like that. But as you know, things turn pretty darn quick out in the Stanley Cup playoffs. But he's one of the best players in the world. We love him in our lineup, but we got some horses that can carry the load for now.
Yeah, Jamie Benn, what's it been like to just observe his development and really see him come into his own?
Well, it's the one thing that no other team has, and talking to our fans, talking to our longtime fans and people in our organization, that I'd always temper the potential disbelief of, hey, are we going to be successful? It's like, yeah, we don't have experience. Our goal is going to show up. Can we play good team defense? I always just say, we have Jamie Benn. The guy is a dominant player. He's dominated every level of his life and on the ice, and we expect him to do the same. Just give him the chance. He hasn't had many opportunities, and now he has one.
Now they go on the road. What's it like to be a goaltender in an enemy building during the playoffs?
You know, I love it. It'd probably be like you walking into Channel 8 over there or something.
What? I've never heard of that
You
place.
know, that would be. It's to me, it's nothing like it. And when they chant your name, you know, they know who you are, and you're like, yeah, that's darn right. That's just respect. And it's fun to play at home in front of your fans and be successful. But to me, nothing better than Stanley Cup playoffs, going in there and kicking butt on the road. In their barn. It's just something about it. You know, I've had my tail between my legs over my career, but winning some games in San Jose and Anaheim and Vancouver on the playoffs, man, those things feel good. And you're going walking into a barnstorm here in Minnesota, a team that just absolutely hates our team, even though none of these guys, some of them weren't even born in '93 when we moved down here, but they hate us. We could really care less. We just want to win the game. But man, I'm kind of jealous about this one, walking up there and not get a chance to play it.
Yeah, Marty Turco had some great runs in the postseason. 3 shutouts in a particular series.
Yeah, we lost though.
As I remember, we didn't need to get into that.
Oh, yeah,
hey, Marty, enjoy
reality.
your time. You're going up to Minnesota, I know, for one of the games.
I'm up there
anyway.
for Game 4.
All
I'm
right.
excited.
Okay, Marty Turco, always great to see you, my friend. Thanks for coming in.
Thank you.